Coach LeVelle Moton for North Carolina Central, senior forward Jordan Parks, and senior guard Anthony McDonald. Coach, if you would just open with a opening comment about the game, and then we'll open the floor for questions.
Good evening. I couldn't ask for a better start from our team. I thought, we really focused in on the defensive end of the floor, and that became infectious throughout the entire basketball game, especially on the offensive end of the floor. They really bought in. We saw the scouting report, and we thought we could do some things different than the first time, and we knew that we had to defend the three-point line and pretty much contain their point guard, Cephas, and I thought we did a decent job of that. And we were able to stay fundamentally sound and just continue to grind it out. And it became a war of attrition. And, before I knew it, I looked up and we were up 20. And then from there, we just tried to get it up to 30. And once we got it to 30, we tried to get it to 40. And, that was pretty much it. I was carried by these two seniors right here. This guy on my right has been outstanding. And I'll take questions, I guess.
Got you guys in your place a couple weeks ago.
It got our attention, and honestly, that was probably the best thing that could happen to our team. We try to look for low-hanging fruit, to use as motivation, and we went back and we reviewed the tape, and I did a poor job coaching that game. Not to take anything away from Coppin, I just did a poor job coaching against them. And for the last couple of days in practice, we didn't know who we were going to play, so we would spend 45 minutes on Coppin, 45 minutes on Bethune. And, we just thought if we could stay at home on their shooters and run those guys off the three-point line and make them take contested twos, we thought we would be okay.
Coach, you've talked to your guys all season about how they let the other team back in, a team that you guys are clearly better than, let them back in. You gave your Jermaine your pre-speech. Is this the kind of game that you wanted to see out of them?
Yeah, definitely to start the tournament. I think it gives everyone confidence. It establishes our new identity, so to speak, our postseason identity, because contrary to popular belief, no one cares about what we've accomplished. They don't care about the home streaks. They don't care about the consecutive conference games. They don't care about the 16-0. No one cares. And I told our guys that, and what people have to understand, we don't care neither. We understand the magnitude of this event, and we're just going to play it one game at a time and one possession at a time and play it as hard as we possibly can.
You look at a guy like Dante, he was really kind of all over the court the first half, put up 9 points, I think, early. How big was he just to be able to contribute?
It was good. He was active, but we expect more instead of just a contribution. We expect him to perform up to his ability, and he didn't do that in the second half. He had some mental breakdowns, and it kind of put him in a funk. But he started us off really, really great. He was active. He was flying around, and I thought he did a good job on Sterling Smith. And that was pretty much the game-changing moment.
Coach, you had Coppin State to domestic teams to held under 50 points this year. Talk about the defense.
I thought it was phenomenal. That's who we are. That's the cornerstone of, and I just believe that if you can stop people and you can stop them consistently, the offensive end take care of itself. And to do that to Coppin State, if I'm not mistaken, I think they were leading the conference in scoring. And they put it up at a high rate. They probably shoot the ball every 8 seconds. And, that's a high rate, so they're going to get a multitude of possessions. So you got to defend even more. And they really spoiled you, and it's a difficult thing. But, hats off to our guys. They've been out, and they really was focused. And as a coach, I can look them in their eyes and tell if they're ready to play. So I felt confident in their ability to step out there and perform.
Players talk about the dominance in the paint. You all outscored them 52-16.
I think that goes all to, like Nimrod. He's real crafty at the top, and when he penetrates and drives and he draws 2 to 3 defenders, it makes it easy for everybody else to put the ball in the basket. The game becomes easy, and we start to get a flow, so hats off to him.
Question for Jordan. You said this, from last year, you had the experience of being in this game. What did you take away from that first game that's really important and leads to setting the stage for going through
It's just a statement game, you know. I think for us to come out and kind of impose our will on people, you know, and let them know that you know, they shouldn't be on the court with us. And we have to actually believe that and come out and play to the best of our abilities, and everything else will work itself out. So other teams will see that, you know, these guys are not anything to be played with, and kind of when the game gets flowing and we kind of get up 15, people start feeling uncomfortable. So that's the goal, and that kind of helps.
Anthony, talk about the defensive play on Seekers. You know, he likes to go all over the place, and you guys found a way to slow him down.
We had like a great game plan that we had been going over for him, and we just wanted to like force him left and like keep him from his strong side, just make him take tough contested shots. And like we was able to do it for the most part. Like he was able to like get a couple open looks at the rim, but other than that, we was able to like just keep him like off balance.
Jordan, I know earlier this season you had a game where you went 8 for 8 from the floor, and you talked about that you didn't realize it, that you were lost in the game. Was this another one of those games for you today?
Yes, sir. I got completely lost in the game today. I kind of was not even, you know, sure of the score. But I think that, like I said last time, that's a great thing. I like it when I get lost in the game, and I would love for my teammates to as well, because now you're not thinking so much and you're actually just playing the game that you know and what you're taught, and things just come, you know, firsthand, and that's what you know, that's your nature.
Jordan, talk about a Coppin team that likes to shoot. Y'all link them to 30% shooting for the game.
That comes off from Coach Moton's game plan. He gave us a great game plan, and the team did an excellent job of executing it. We hugged the three-point line, and we just forced them to finish out the cup, and made them uncomfortable at things that they're not used to doing. So, you know, I think they put up around 30 three-point attempts a game. So forcing them to go take layups and stuff, they're not comfortable. And the fact that we had guys like KJ down there who's, you know, walling up, and we showed them a little bit of length, and never quit and kept fighting the drives.
Anthony, talk about the adjustments y'all made as far as from the last game against Coppin at your place.
We made a lot of adjustments, so we really had to have like a mental focus coming into the game. And I felt like everyone was like locked into the game plan and the scout, and we just wanted to like not let them do what they do best and force them like to do things that they didn't want to do. And like I feel like we did it for the most part. And like we just kept them like from shooting a lot of threes. That's what they really want to do, get quick shots, get out in transition. And we like kind of limited our turnovers, so they forced them to play in the half court a lot, and they really didn't want to do that. So the game plan like worked to a T.
Now in the second half, it looked like he hurt his hand. He finished the game with some ice on the side. Do you know what happened?
I think he landed on his hand and jammed his thumb. You know, if you know Nimrod, then you don't even worry, because he's had teeth knocked out, concussions, tailbones, calf muscles. He's literally, I love him to death, but he's literally the guy. My mom bought me some toys when I was small at Christmas. What is it, Operation, where you had the tweezers? Remember the guy that was playing it on? That's Nimrod. Like, he had funny bones. He had all type of issues, but he's a tough kid. He'll be okay. He got a day to rest up. So we'll get some ice on him, and, you know, get some treatment, and he'll be right back fine.
How much does it help for all you guys to have a day before you have to come out and play again?
I think like rest will help a lot, because like you can sit back and relax and then really like focus and think about what you got to do, like the task at hand, and at the same time, like it just help you get like mentally prepared. Like we're not gonna just like go to the room and have fun and things like that. We're gonna think and focus on what we got to do, see who our next opponent is, and just lock in on what we got to do.
Coach Moton, seeing that was your first smile of the night. Can you critique just kind of what you were thinking about with the defensive effort tonight, and just were there positive moments in there, outside of your clapping your hands and, you know?
There was a lot of positive, you know, but there were some negatives, and, you know, unfortunately, in my position, man, you don't get an opportunity to celebrate the positives, because it's on to the next game, and we're just trying to correct and eliminate all mistakes, because at this point in time, it's do or die, and we're looking at tournaments across the country. Most games are one possession, so the value of that one possession means the world. And, it may not mean much to ACC teams because they get 6 or 7 bids. It may not mean as much to Big 10 or Big 12 teams because they get about 5 or 6 bids. To us, it means the world because we get one. And whoever is that dog that grabs the bone on Saturday, that's the guy that goes. So we have to make sure we are territorial with our defense, so to speak, and just exercise our fundamentals, our proper fundamentals. So we got a game plan, and they know the moment they don't follow that game plan, they're going to have to hear it from me. I don't care if we're up 40 with 2 minutes or what, even with the bench, because you never know when you have to insert those guys into valuable moments, and every opportunity is precious.
Everybody good?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.